Okay, I'm in Shepherdstown, West Virginia. This is actually Shepherd College, and it looks like students are actually here. It doesn't seem like it's a big deal for right here on the Potomac River almost. I just wanted to talk a little bit about, follow up on some earlier videos on what kinds of pressures are being put on people, especially independent people, Sigma people sort of like me. We hear about doomsday preppers and being prepared for disaster and being prepared for sudden changes in your life, that's a big moral thing, and it is. But one of the things to watch for is people making demands on you that are unusual compared to what you think is reasonable and what you're used to, and particularly when coming from the viewpoint of what they think is collective good. And I've made myself visible online publicly without it paying for itself, so that's kind of an issue. And my own, you could say my own social credit could be an issue as an individual, and there would be serious questions if somebody went back and looked at it maybe the way the Chinese would, for example. But instead they're coming at you from the space of trying to get you to join a movement and wanting to justify past wrongs, institutional wrongs, systemic wrongs, particularly systemic racism, as if they could force you to join their movement before you would be allowed to resume your own life again. And that kind of distracts from actually looking at an individual's own social credit worthiness, their own, how much have they done for other people, did they earn what they have. And some of that's in the workplace, and certainly I was very conscious of that when I was working in my IT career. The night call, the being the person that could solve the problem, being able to be efficient, not being, but some of these values now are offensive, as you know, and are considered racist by some people. So we have a real mess. But when, let's let that noise get away. When people come at you and demand things, demand solidarity, some of these incidents that have happened recently in restaurants, you don't want to do it. You have to watch out, because you just might not, power does matter, and you just might not have a choice. How you turn out in life is still going to be an absolute thing. It's going to be an absolute result, and it is what it is, regardless of what caused it. So you have to pay attention when people start demanding things of you that you're not used to seeing. A good part of my career was whether I made the mistake, whether I left a vulnerability. That was a couple of times in my career, 1976 and then 1991, there were a couple of episodes that are disturbing. But in retrospect, and then the whole therapeutic issues, in retrospect, a lot of it was because I wasn't responsive to other people's expecting that I be responsive to them, even if I didn't want to be, and love them and so forth, even if I didn't want to.